Jurassic World is the fourth installment of the Jurassic Park World franchise, and it stars Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and a couple of kids that can be lovable and annoying at times. This film was also directed by Colin Trevorrow, who was originally set to direct the 9th episode of Star Wars, but then Disney and J.J. Abrams pushed him out the door and gave us The Rise of Skywalker. By the way, if any of you guys have read or saw videos on Colin Trevorrow's original script for Episode 9, Duel of the Fates, it's pretty dope. But nonetheless, we got the film that we got, and that script will live on in infamy and what could have been. Going back to Jurassic World, guys, is this film as good as any of the park films? Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hess Project. I'm John Rodalaza, and today we're going to be reviewing 2015's Jurassic World. Let's get into it. It had been over a decade since we got a Jurassic Park-themed movie on the big screen. I'm pretty sure we had dinosaurs at a point. I know there were dinosaurs in the King Kong Peter Jackson movie. That's close, right? Yeah. Anyways, it's been a while since we had an installment to this franchise, and Colin Trevorrow came out of nowhere with this film. It was honestly a really good, entertaining movie. I enjoyed it. This film, though, does something that the park films hadn't really done up until this point, and that was interject like an action element to it. Chris Pratt's character is arguably an action movie character in a Jurassic movie. It's very different than Sam Neill's character. I do not view that character at all as an action movie character. He's very much just a man, a paleontologist. He's surviving. He's saving the kids for sure and other people in his group, but he's very much a survivor. And that's why I gravitate towards the characters in that movie and those movies a lot more. Chris Pratt, he's this Nathan Drake type guy going up against dinosaurs, and it can be a little jarring at times because he's got the answer to everything, but he's still human at times. He's still running away from the dinosaurs. He's still fearful, but there's an aspect of his character that's a little beyond human. Bryce Dallas Howard's character, I didn't really care too much for when I first saw the film, but as I rewatched it a couple times over the few years and just recently rewatched it, I do like her character a lot more than what I remember. Like, she's interesting. I like her aspect of being like the park manager. Is that what she is? She's very busy with her work, and her sister sends the kids off to the park. That's the beginning of the movie, by the way. The two kids are being sent off by their parents to Jurassic World for a week or a weekend, and they're supposed to be hanging out with Aunt Claire, but she's too busy with work. She greets them, sends them off with Zell or whatever, like her personal assistant, and yeah, it's kind of like, it's sucky, but that's how they interject the kids in here. I like that aspect of it, at least. Like, we're following the kids who are going on vacation, essentially, which is kind of cool. It's a different aspect. We didn't really follow the kids in the first Jurassic Park film. Even though that first movie is not about the kids, like, once they're introduced, you feel for them, dude. You're there with them, and these kids in this film, oh, they're trying. Like, they really do try to get you to care about them, but there's certain scenes in here and certain dialogue exchanges between both the brothers that just make me go, it's kind of cringy. Like, they're just chilling on a bus or like this little train that's going around the park, and the older kid, he's got a girlfriend. He said goodbye to in the beginning of the film, but he's still checking out like every girl on this trip, and he's quite literally just turned around in his seat staring at girls, like, and then the kid, the younger kid, is always interrupting him staring at the girls, and it's meant to be kind of like the annoying little brother, but dude, you're just staring at them. Go look at something else. Like, do something, say something, have some game. I certainly didn't get far with girls just by staring at them. But nah, the older kid would just stare at a girl while he's turned around in his seat, and the kid just pokes at him and says, "Mom and Dad are getting a divorce." It just came out of nowhere. Like, dude, it was kind of implied a little bit, and you could tell, I guess, but no. Like, the conversation just came out of nowhere. And it just felt at times that they were forcing a little too much characterization between the kids. Like, dude, just have them hang out as kids. Like you could have the like annoying brother, big brother doesn't want to hang out, little brother type dynamic, but they just threw a little too much at the wall, and a lot of it just fell flat on me. Like I didn't care about your damn parents. Like I just don't care. What I do really like in the movie is the relationship between Owen, which is Chris Pratt, and Bryce Dallas Howard's Claire. I liked they have a little bit of history. They went on a date before that didn't really go too well, I guess. So they're kind of thrusted into this problem now. Like the Indominus Rex for sure was genetically modified, but it's this new breed. They bred dinosaurs together, like a T-Rex mixed with some raptor, which is a reveal later on in the film when they send the raptors after him, because Owen is a raptor trainer. You see him in the very beginning, he's training the raptors. You get that iconic meme shot of him with his hands out with the 3 raptors. All right, guys, chill the F out. Come on. Like that one. Yeah, that one. In that scene, you get a clear indication of who Chris Pratt's character is going to be. Owen is action movie guy. And honestly, it works for it, dude. Like I'm complaining, that I prefer the survivor type characters of the Jurassic Park franchise as opposed to the Jurassic World action movie guys, but it works, honestly. I have a lot of fun with this movie. It's not necessarily a carbon copy of the first film, even though it's got very similar beats to the first film about a park slowly crumbling down. And it's a running park, though. That's kind of the difference. Like, everyone in the first film was just brought to become, like, test subjects almost to the park to see how it runs. And now Jurassic World is the fully fledged finished park. They have thousands, like tens of 20s of thousands of people in this park that are in danger. And it feels like a real crisis, like a real epidemic. And this movie, that's how this movie, I feel like, raises the stakes as opposed to the first Jurassic Park films. Raising the stakes does not mean I'm saying it's a better film. I'm just saying the stakes feel more grander with the Jurassic World, because Park, World. And I cannot forget to talk about the score composed by Michael Giacchino. He composed the score for the newest Batman film, Robert Pattinson's Batman, directed by Matt Reeves. He also composed the music for Doctor Strange and the Spider-Man Tom Holland trilogy. I'm pretty sure he's probably not going to do the score for the new Doctor Strange, because that is Sam Raimi's film, and I think I heard that Danny Elfman is going to be scoring that, which is interesting. Danny Elfman's coming back. That's awesome. I didn't really care too much for his scoring for the Justice League Joss Whedon cut. Nonetheless, Michael Giacchino, he's got some fantastic work in this movie, dude. Yes, he does sample a little bit of John Williams' iconic Jurassic Park theme, but he does a lot of his own in this movie. That theme is only heard like twice, maybe 3 times in this film, but Michael Giacchino has his own score for this film, and it's beautiful. The Giacchino is just riddled all over this film, and it's beautiful. It's magnificent. It's amazing to listen to, dude. I think it's the biggest standout of this film. That's what works for me the most. The music carries the scenes and elevates it to another level. It makes this film feel not so generic, because I honestly feel like if you didn't have that great of a composer and didn't have music that harkens back to beats from the original John Williams score, it would feel kind of generic, honestly. Giacchino, Chris Pratt, and Bryce Dallas Howard, I think them 3 are what really make this film special. And dude, the special effects, dude, like let's go right into that now. The CGI in here, that's a whole nother thing that works. Yes, it's more CGI than practical effects. That's kind of the opposite of what they did in the original Jurassic Park films. I really do like it though. Like the CGI in here is very well done. It's some of the best CGI at the time. This was 2015, so it's definitely gotten better, and I cannot wait to see the stunning visuals in Jurassic World Dominion, dude. We're talking 7 years later. Who knows, dude? Who knows how good it's gonna look? But this was promising, dude. Even for 2015, it was rivaling some Marvel movies. And at the time, Jurassic World became the #1 movie, if I'm not mistaken. It dethroned Marvel's Avengers from 2012. And that was insane, dude. Like a movie about dinosaurs and Chris Pratt? Like, what? This is around the time where everybody was getting exposed to Chris Pratt because he had just came out with the banger smash hit Guardians of the Galaxy the year prior. He just blew up around this time. And it goes without saying, like, Chris Pratt is a great actor, dude. He is just so funny, so entertaining, and you gotta throw him in your movie. Like, you got to. He's one of those guys where you can't go wrong throwing him in your movie. it comes to a point where it's a little comical. Like now he's voicing Mario. Now, those are my thoughts on Jurassic World, dude. It's got some great things going for it. The story, it's pretty standard. It's very similar, I would say, to Jurassic Park, but just on a grander scale. And they do something with the characters to make it feel like its own. I feel like the characters are what make it stand on its own. The story and the plot, yeah, you could kind of say it's like a carbon copy a little bit, but it's one of the exceptions in my eyes because it's still a good movie. I think it works without Jurassic Park. I think it works with Jurassic Park. So guys, those are my thoughts on Jurassic World from 2015. Let me know down below, what did you think about the film? Are you a fan of it, and are you excited to have me talk about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Because I had only seen it once. I don't remember liking it as much as the first one. But anyways, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Be on the lookout for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom review, as well as anything. Sonic the 2 spoiler talk is around the corner, I think. I believe I reviewed it already. Look, I don't know when these videos come out. Just stick around the channel because there is more to come.